Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Exotic Astrology. And today's quiz was: who discharged the Vaishnav Astra on Arjun? Was it Bhagadatta or Bahlika or Iravan or Bhurishrava? And this has been a very distributed quiz. 25% answers for all of them, and the right answer, as you know, is Bhagadatta, option A. So this is a very interesting pastime which occurred on the 12th day of the Kurukshetra war, when Arjuna was fighting with Susharma. Inside within the battlefield of Kurukshetra, actually, not on the 13th day where he had gone on the outskirts. Okay, when Abhimanyu was killed inside, but even on day 12 he was fighting. So with the Trigartas, actually, and these Trigartas had broken all the codes of conduct of the Kurukshetra battlefield, and therefore what these Trigartas had done is they had attacked Arjuna together, all of these actually headed by Susharma. And Arjuna saw that they are not following the codes of conduct, because the rule was that one should fight with one. And then what Arjuna did, Trigatas, they tried to attack Krishna also, and they attacked Krishna, and Krishna fainted. So Krishna was the charioteer of Arjuna then. And then Arjuna saw that this is enough of the nonsense. They have broken all the codes of conduct. So he invoked a Brahmastra and he just wiped out the entire army actually. Sushama was remaining, with whom he fought the next day. But then these Trigartas went away, and the remaining of them. And then what happened? There was one huge elephant. His name was Supratik. And above him, there was one king sitting. His name was Bhagdatta. And Bhagdatta was the king of Pragjutishpur, which is current day Assam, Guwahati. And he was a very formidable warrior. He was fighting on the side of Duryodhana against the Pandavas. And this Supratik was the name of his elephant. He was a celestial elephant, actually. He was not a normal, ordinary elephant. And he had an armor. Have you seen elephants with armor? His armor was made of gold, and it was so formidable that no weapon could pierce the elephant's skin actually. And Bhagdatta himself, he was also a very powerful warrior. He was also very formidable, almost invincible. And what had happened was, then both of them started fighting, and Bhagdatta was so powerful that he, along with the strength of this elephant, and this elephant used to, like, trample everybody, anybody and everybody. I mean, he used to trample the Kauravas also and the Pandavas also. I mean, armies from both the sides. You go and you are you're out. It's like there's no scope that you are alive there. So he was so formidable, and these two combined, they were just wreaking havoc in the Pandava ranks, and there was jubilation in the Kaurava ranks that yes, today it seems we are going to be victorious, because this Bhagdatta combined with his elephant is going to win the war for us today, because Bhima had gone to check Supratik and Bhagdatta, but Arjuna saw that Bhima is having a tough time doing that. And then what happened? Arjuna told Krishna that I think we should go and help Bhima. And then Krishna told Bhima that I think you have fought enough. Now you should rest. Now Arjuna will fight. And Arjuna starts fighting, but he is unable to pierce the armor of this elephant. But he identifies the weak spot of an elephant, which is the forehead, and he starts shooting arrows there. But again, all his efforts in vain. I mean, this elephant was so powerful that a warrior like Arjuna, his arrows were almost powerless. And then Bhagdatta started hitting from the top actually. And then this elephant was almost about to trample upon Arjuna's chariot, But Krishna very tactfully maneuvered the chariot, and somehow he saved Arjuna there. And then what happened? This Bhagdatta understood that his life is in danger, and then what happened was he's actually the son of Narakasur. So when Lord Vishnu had taken the incarnation of Varahadev, which is a boar actually, to kill Hiranyaksh and bring the earth back from the oceans, then when Varahadev had touched the earth, Bhudevi, by their union there was one person who was born actually. So his name was Bhauma actually. So this Bhauma was a good person, but later on, by being in association with different other asuras and demons, like Banasur and all of these, he became very polluted actually. And then he became Bhaumasur, and he is only Narakasur who used to rule this Pragjyotishpur. And then what happened? This Bhagdatta was his son. Okay, and Bhumi Devi, Mother Earth, had once gone to Lord Vishnu along with this Bhauma, and she had praised Lord Vishnu very much. And then Lord Vishnu asked that I'm very happy by your prayers. What is that which I can give you? Then she said that I don't want anything for myself, but you give my son such a weapon, a dart which is infallible. So then Lord Vishnu gave him the Vaishnavastra, and Lord Vishnu said that this weapon is so powerful that except me, there is nobody in this entire universe who can counter this weapon. Nobody and no other weapon can check this. Uh, and Bhagdatta had got this weapon from his father. His father had gifted him this weapon. So then what happened? This Bhagdatta realized that now he has to invoke this Vaishnavastra, and he invokes the weapon, and he just charges this weapon towards Arjuna. And Arjuna had once taken a vow that he sees this. It is said, when he had invoked the Vaishnavastra, it was like the whole sky, although it was noon time, which means the sun was at the peak, but it is said that the weapon was so illustrious, so it was so beautiful that the sun which is there in the sky was its power had been downgraded by the presence of this weapon. All right, so it was like so blazing powerful. And when Arjuna saw this weapon coming towards him, he had taken a vow earlier that he would not raise his Gandiva against a weapon of Lord Vishnu out of love and respect. And when Arjuna saw this weapon being discharged towards him, he realized that his end is near, and he placed his Gandiva, the most celebrated bow, down out of reverence and respect. And Krishna saw that Arjuna has, out of respect for Lord Vishnu, he has put his Gandiv down, and he is not going to counter this weapon by any means. And then Krishna, he, of course, he knows he is the only one who had given this weapon to Bhagdatta's father. And then Krishna, he jumps and stands up, and this Vaishnavastra hits Krishna, and this Vaishnavastra turns into a very beautiful garland, as the Mahabharata says. And as soon as Bhagdatta sees this, he is horrified, because he was like, my God, I will get the credit of killing the most powerful warrior in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, who is Arjun. I will be, my name, my fame, my glories will spread in the three worlds like wildfire. Yes, I was the one who had killed Arjuna, but now look what happened. And then Arjuna was shocked. He was amazed. He was mesmerized. He was literally in tears when he saw that Krishna had stood up and checked this weapon. And Arjuna asked Krishna that which weapon is this? Why did you stand up like this? Then Krishna said, "Yes, I am your Sarathi. I am your charioteer. So it is my duty to protect you, the Rathi." So therefore, this weapon is so powerful it can even wipe out personalities like Indra or even Rudra. All right, so Rudra is the incarnation of Shiva, which manifests in this material world. So just imagine if a weapon is so powerful that it can kill somebody like Indra or Rudra. So what to speak of you, Arjuna? And I had only given him this weapon long time back, and except me, nobody could have countered this weapon. And then Arjuna heard this, and he was almost in tears. So because of his gratitude, he and all the Pandavas, they were jubilant, they cheered, and the Pandava army's morale was restored when they saw that Krishna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, had exhibited his unlimited prowess by nullifying this most powerful weapon of Vishnu himself. And then what happened? This Bhagadatta, he became very anxious, and he started fighting. But now the scales had turned actually, because now this Supratik elephant was already very tired and he was bleeding already. And then Arjuna started shooting arrows, and he started invoking different celestial weapons, the Divyastras, which he had got from Kuber, from Indra, from Shiva, from all the Lokpalas, including Varuna and Yamaraj also. All the four had blessed him, including Shiva. So he invoked all these divine weapons, and then he just blasted off the skull of this wicked elephant. And then Bhagdatta realized that now his life is in danger, and he was in dilemma whether he should stay at the top or he should fall down, jump down, because he was feeling that if he's in the top, then Arjuna will kill him, and if he jumps down, then maybe this elephant will trample upon him. So he was he was totally confused what to do, and then he decided that yes, maybe it's better for me to jump down, maybe I can run away. And that time Arjuna realized that Bhagdatta has almost his morale is finished, and the moment Bhagdatta jumped down, Arjuna very scrutinizingly he shot arrows, and the Mahabharata explains that Bhagdatta's body was cut into 6 pieces: two hands, two legs, and his neck. It was chopped off, and his body fell down in 6 parts. And then this king of Pragjotishpur, he was dead. And as soon as he died, there was grand celebration in the Pandava ranks, and everybody just cheered, and they just appreciated, they glorified Arjuna and Krishna, the teamwork. So this is a very interesting pastime where Krishna had protected Arjuna, and because of that, Arjuna was saved. Otherwise, he would have lost his life. All right. So, as Krishna says in the Gita, Name Bhakta Pranashati, that my devotee will never perish. So Krishna had always protected the Pandavas, and now some people say, "Oh, actually, yeah, we know Krishna always protected. That's why they won the war." No, that's another level of stupidity. That doesn't mean that Arjuna never fought, or he was not good, or he was not powerful. He was formidable. He's invincible. He's unconquerable. There is nobody who can defeat him. Not even Bhishma could not check it. What to speak of other people? And even Drona told Duryodhan that because this one warrior Arjuna is there, I cannot conquer, I cannot capture Yudhishthir. So the next day they did this Chakravyuh, and Arjuna was taken to the other side of the Kurukshetra. And yeah, so this is the topic of this video, that how Arjuna was saved by Krishna, and then finally this king Bhagdatta, he was liberated. All right, thank you very much for your patience, and see you tomorrow.